Hey guys, so today we are going to be looking at the initial breakdown info for the incoming tags Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. This is just, the typical info they give us for the new releases in the reveal and stuff. I intentionally did not look at this as part of the initial reaction video so that we can go ahead and make this video here to break down the character properly. So we have, of course, the character details. So the character is blue, which I don't think is the worst color for them, but I was really hoping for a yellow character. This character being blue pretty much cements in my mind that whatever we get as this Part 2 Ultra, whether it's Buhan or Kid Buu, I mean, with this character being the Kid Buu fight Goku and Vegeta, I'm expecting a Kid Buu Ultra at this point. But I am completely expecting Kid Buu, if he's the Ultra, to be yellow. I mean, there's no other option. There's one option, and it's yellow. So hopefully that does come to fruition because we really badly need a better yellow character in the game. So as with all tag Goku and Vegeta characters, we have a lot of tags. Saiyan, we have Sun Family, Vegeta Clan. And obviously this is because up until now we've had like GT, we've had movie versions of Goku and Vegeta. This is the Majin Buu Saga version of this character, so we don't have like an extra team to play with. Whereas with GT, obviously we have GT, and then with movies we have sagas from the movies. But Majin Buu Saga isn't really a team, and I don't think that this character alone is going to make a very competent Majin Buu Saga team, because at this point it's just this character and then Ultra Super Vegito. Maybe when the Ultra comes out you can form like a Ultra Super Vegito, Ultra Buu, and then this character as a Majin Buu Saga team potentially, but seems a little bit tough to build that team just based off of the different tags they have. All right, so let's take a look at the Z abilities. So we have 30% to tag Saiyan, Sun Family, or Vegeta Clan, Blast Attack and Strike Defense, and 15% to episode Majin Buu Saga Strike Attack. So he actually is buffing the Majin Buu Saga. He is a ranged character, so that is interesting. Ranged, huh? The last ranged tag character that we got, I would say, sort of missed the mark a little bit. So we'll see if they're going to carry the torch from our friend Trunks and Vegeta. All right, unique abilities. Super Saiyan 3 Goku applies the following effects to self every time this character uses an arts card. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 4 counts. Let me just quickly check Ultra Super Vegeta, because I believe his is 3 counts. So I think that actually is 1 count longer. Let me just make sure that that is actually the case. No, he actually is the same. It is 4. Okay, so this is the exact same. This is the exact same effect as Super Vegito, but if you guys noticed, Super Vegito only gets that effect when he uses strikes or blasts. This character gets this effect on any arts card, so that includes green cards, and we know that Goku and Vegeta both have stop time green cards, so they actually will be stacking card draw speed for 4 counts after using green cards, even after using blue cards as well, right? So that is worth noting there. Applies buff effects, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 counts. Activates once, and then it resets after tag switch. So I'm not entirely sure how the tag switch mechanic works for this character, because it seemed, at least in the initial gameplay video they provided, that it looks a little bit different and it behaves a little bit different than the typical tag switch character, but I guess we'll see later. So they come on the battlefield and then they use a card once, and then they're getting card draw speed and they're getting 10 counts of cover null instantly. That's very similar to the tag force. The cover null effect like that is very similar to the tag force. It's just they're switching and then they get the cover null, whereas this character just uses a card. It's honestly pretty much the same thing as a tag force. So we know how strong that is. All right, so then Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who of course is going to be reverse blue. The following effects occur when changing cover. So if you're switched into the Vegeta, he destroys an enemy card. He seals an enemy card randomly. So that's like a pseudo card destruction. Sealing a card slot is like pseudo card destruction, right? Honestly, you could argue that sealing a card is better in some cases than just straight up destroying the card, because it seals the slot, which means that even if you draw the card into that slot, you still can't use it. So that's actually a pretty strong effect. You're destroying a card and you're sealing a slot. That is powerful. The sealed slot cannot be used for 5 counts. And then he knocks enemy back to long range if cover change is performed against their blast arts attack. Activates during assists, comboable with special moves. So he has a blast cover change. Okay, so he seems like a pretty strong defensive character. When you cover change with him. All right, so then back to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If unique gauge is full, we don't really know what the unique gauge is, though. That's the problem here. This character enters Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode. Okay, so I see what this is. So this is if you're... Okay, so this is basically if you're switched in with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and you have a full unique gauge, and then you tag switch into Vegeta. That's when this occurs. Falling effects occur, and own unique gauge gradually decreases. So you tag switch to Vegeta, you reverse your own element factor to reverse blue, you draw a green card next, which we don't know what it does, so we can't really comment on that. Heals by 20% if own remaining health is 50% or below. That is actually kind of similar to Ultra Rose. Ultra Rose has a similar effect to that. Minus 10 to special arts cost or 15 counts, so he gets minus 10 to the green card cost. Reduces damage received while in Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode. That's very general. Like, I don't reduces damage received. Like, how much? How much are we talking? I don't know. Nullifies unfavorable element factor for damage sustained while in Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode. So, okay, so this is going to get confusing, but the way it works is because you're in a character, you're switched in with a character that is reverse blue, you would normally be weak to red. So Vegeta going type neutral means that he will not be at type disadvantage versus red characters, but it looks like he'll still have type advantage versus versus green, right? Interesting. I mean, that's going to become annoying to remember, but that's how that works. And then seals enemies rising rush for 15 counts. So I guess the premise behind this is Vegeta is like the super mega defensive character, just buying time for when Goku is going to launch the Transcendent Kamehameha is what I'm getting from this. Let's take a look at the text in the bottom, the fine print here. Cannot activate Rising Rush, use switch abilities, or switch characters while in Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode. So you can't really do anything. You're locked in, I guess. If this character is sealed while in Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode, it will be canceled and own unique gauge will disappear. So that's the Master Roshi Mafuba ability is what that means. If this character is defeated while in Transcendent Kamehameha Preparation mode, it will be canceled. Nullifies force switching effects inflicted to this character. Oh, so basically, like if you get hit by, like, I don't know, let's just say Zenkai LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku's green card that force switches a character, he actually does not get switched out. That is interesting. Okay, so this is a new mechanic. We've never seen something like this before, so that's interesting. All right, then moving on to the final page we have. I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is probably going to be the most intricate character we've ever gotten. Because it not only is it a tag switch character, but it's a tag switch character that has a unique gauge and a new mechanic. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot we're going to have to wrap our heads around before we completely understand how this character is going to work. 100% this is a character that it is going to be absolutely impossible to judge until we actually use them in game. All right, so then Super Saiyan 3 switchability. I'm just trying to figure out like what that even means. Activates a Transcendent Kamehameha that targets the entire battlefield once own unique gauge reaches 0%. So it sounds like, I mean, again, like I mentioned, it sounds like it is timed just based off of the wording and based off of what it looked like in the gameplay video. Like it sounds like it's kind of like when you're switched into Vegeta, it almost sounds like it's hits unique gauge where it's timed And Vegeta just needs to survive a certain amount of time until Goku is able to quote unquote charge up the Kamehameha, aka when the unique gauge reaches 0%, and then he just nukes the entire battlefield is what it sounds like. Applies the following effects to self and deals massive impact damage upon activation. Tag switch to Goku, reverse element factor, so you're now back to regular blue. But he does go type neutral. Okay, so when he launches the Kamehameha, he is type neutral for it. So even if you're hitting a green character, it's still going to be doing type neutral damage. It also nullifies endurance. 30% damage for 2 timer counts if there's at least 1 defeated enemy battle member, and then 50% damage for 2 counts if there are 2 defeated battle members. So this sounds like a finisher. Like, that's how it's intended, right? You're going to be doing more damage the more dead battle members there are on the enemy team. So it's intended to be a finishing move. Most of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby. So this is literally just this is Majin Vegeta's final explosion is what this is. Yeah. This is Majin Vegeta's final explosion that's type neutral and nullifies endurance. I mean, Majin Vegeta's nullifies endurance too now. Interesting. That sounds pretty powerful. The damage from this, I mean, it can't be interrupted either, right? The damage from this attack cannot cause enemy battle members to be defeated. Or sorry, on standby to be defeated. This attack cannot be evaded with a vanishing step. This attack cannot be cover changed against. Own unique gauge will disappear after this attack hits. So it sounds like this is a one-time use. Own unique gauge will disappear after this attack hits. So once you utilize this attack, you actually can't do it again. So I'm assuming this character will just become a typical, you know, tag switch character. But this is probably a situation where, like, if you get this off, the match is going to be over with, probably, right? In full power battles, attack will not activate during a dual break and will instead activate once the dual break is finished. Cancels abnormal conditions that restrict this character's movement, including immobilize, heavy immobilize, flash, and faint when they attack. Alrighty. I think that's all the info we actually have for this character. I mean, this... Again, I think they do a good job of giving us like a slight taste of how the character is going to be. But this is, again, I think probably the most intricate character that we've gotten ever from what it looks like. Again, a tag switch character that has a unique gauge and a new mechanic. It's pretty intricate. And again, we'll see when we get the full data download, which has the full details of the character in it. But even with the full details available, it's not going to be enough to really judge how good they are until we actually use them, because who knows how impactful this is going to be. The transcendent Kamehameha, right? It's just going to be something that we have to experience for ourselves to understand how it works. One other thing I did want to mention is, because this character is blue and this is the Majin Buu Saga campaign, I really do not see a better opportunity to Zenkai this character. This guy is definitely in line for a Zenkai Awakening. Fairly, I mean, he is not that much newer than like purple UI Goku and blue Gogeta and blue Broly. Like, he's only a few, like, I think he released in February of 2021, didn't he? So he's actually over 2 years old at this point. And yeah, definitely primed for a Zenkai Awakening, I think, to coincide with this character not only being Majin Buu Saga, but also just being blue, right? If this guy ends up buffing Majin Buu Saga blue with his Zenkai ability, which I think I'd rather him not do that, just because he's going to get a lot more longevity out of buffing blue regen or blue powerful opponent. But I mean, it makes sense, right? To coincide with this character being blue. This Kid Buu would be a really good addition for Majin Buu Saga, which is seemingly what they want to focus on. So this guy is on the table for a Zenkai, although we do know the next Zenkai is going to be the yellow Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So tomorrow we will have the data download. I will be doing a follow-up breakdown video once we have the full details available. But again, it's going to be very, very tough to judge how good this character is going to be until we actually use them, because of everything that they're doing put together. It's just impossible to really judge on paper. So let me know down below what you guys think of the kit for this character, the little details that we have available. How do you guys feel about their new mechanic? The I guess I'll call it the preparation mechanic, because they call it like preparation mode or something, right? Yeah, Transcendent Kamehameha preparation mode. So I'll call it the preparation mechanic, I guess, is what we'll call it here. But seems interesting. I'm actually glad they're really trying to change things up and make these characters unique. It definitely does add more depth to the game, which is always appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.